Okay, I think we are live. Yeah, we should be live. Right. If you are watching live or you are watching the recording later, welcome. So, starting a new series, I've called it Build with Me on Saturday, and today we're going to use ChatGPT and Replit to build a cloud-based, a web-based streaming platform, very similar to StreamYard. Okay, and the reason I decided to do that is first of all, I want to walk you guys through what goes into building an app, what kind of preparation that needs to be done, what kind of questions that go through your mind, and everything. And we are going to use ChatGPT to get all of those answers in place. Then we will, you know, start building the app. When we get everything down, we'll start building the app in Replit. Okay, we can actually build the app in ChatGPT. Everything needs to be done there, but I just love using Replit for my stuff, for building my stuff. So that is it. Okay, I've just seen that my life on Instagram has also started. I'm streaming on different platforms. So I'm very sure that there's going to be some sort of delays and all of that. But okay, we are not looking for perfection here. As long as we are able to do what we've got to do today, that's all that matters here. So let me just briefly check if all the other platforms are working. If the streaming has started as expected. So I'm just going to check Twitter. Okay, yeah, I can see that Twitter is streaming fine. Perfect. So let's look at another platform to see that if streaming perfect. So I'm going to look at LinkedIn. Let's check LinkedIn. Okay, yeah, it looks like streaming on LinkedIn is okay. Brilliant. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me check Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is a bit weird. I'm still trying to figure out this whole thing about Twitch, but yeah, I can see that. All right, you can probably hear my voice playing from Twitch. Okay, perfect. Now let's look at my other YouTube channels. I've connected two YouTube channels. Yep. Okay. So yeah, I can see that one is working. Let's look at the other, my main YouTube channel. Okay. So you can skip all of this if you're watching the replay anyway, because this part is boring. All right, so perfect. It looks like we are live on all platforms. Okay, brilliant. So today, like I said, I want, Saturdays I normally spend time trying to build apps using AI agents, and I thought, okay, let me do a live, and you guys can have an idea um, what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen. Share screen. Okay, so like I said, we are using uh, ChatGPT to do um, ChatGPT and Replit to do the build. Okay, so first of all, I started by asking what kind of app is StreamYard. Okay, so StreamYard is a cloud-based browser-powered live streaming and recording studio designed to make broadcasts simple, professional, and multi-platform. Okay, so what kind of app is StreamYard? Live streaming and webinars, in-browser operation, core features, guest invites via browser, multi-streaming, local HD or 4K recording, brand customization, pre-recorded and scheduled streams, blah blah blah. And it told me about the pros and limitations, advantages, intuitive and beginner friendly with minimal setup, robust streaming reliability with local, and the limitations, more advanced features like 4K recording, pre-recording, scheduling, webinar support, and multi-stream to more platform reserved for higher tier plans. Well, of course, I mean, if you want all of that, then it makes sense that it's going to be reserved for higher tier plans. So I don't really consider that as a limitation. Lacks deep in studio editing, transitions, or advanced analytics. You rely on platform analytics. Okay. IoT MP streaming configuration can be technical for some users, right? Okay. So, quick feature. So we have platform, web-based, guest participation, streaming destinations, up to a platform, which is really brilliant. That's why I like using it. Local recording, quality branding tools, pricing, free tier plus tiered paid plans. Final take, StreamYard is best suited for creators, coaches, marketers, and online educators, blah, blah, blah. So that is StreamYard. So the next thing I want to ask ChatGPT is the apart from StreamYard, and I'm going to change this to O3 so that I can use advanced reasoning. And I've put it on, web search so that it can reference, stuff from the internet and give me something very, very good. So apart from StreamYard, are there any other good streaming studio apps that have similar features or even advanced features? Okay, so let's see what it tells us. Okay, so we want to see if, apart from StreamYard, we want to see if there are others that are even better so that we can do some comparison. Now, the whole idea, or what I'm currently doing now, is trying to gather some requirements Because before you build a software, especially if you have it in your mind that you want the software to be commercial, you need to work on gathering some requirements. And I've been doing lives of late, and one of the things I've mentioned is that as a solution analyst, one of the things that we do is that we gather requirements. So I'm going to show you how to use, apps like ChatGPT and other AI platforms to do this. The future of every job is going to change using AI, and people who pretend that their jobs are not going to be affected with AI are just kidding themselves. So the more we spend time practicing using AI agents, the better it will be for us. AI is not going to replace your job if you use it. For those who pretend that they are going to be fine, they are the ones who are going to suffer because that is the future. Okay, so below is a quick orientation to today's most capable live streaming studio apps. All of them let you produce professional multi-platform shows without the OBS level learning curve. I group them into fully browser-based studios that feel closer to StreamYard and desktop powerhouses that add broadcast-grade control at the cost of a local install. Okay, so all right, so we have Restream Studio, the standard strength, mainstream to every major network, on-screen guest slots, 10. Okay, branding, scene presets, and one-click portrait made for TikTok, IG lives. Okay, brilliant. So that is Restream Studio. Then we have Riverside Live Studio, local 4K per participant recording plus separate tracks, AI magic clips for short form repurposing and full blah blah blah. Then we have Streamlabs.studio, Wave.video, Live Studio, Live Stream Studio, One Stream Live Studio, B.live, FMOS. Okay, so why pick a browser studio? They are perfect when you want speed and simplicity. Share a link with guests, go live, and instantly record. Most now offer separate track recording and AI repurposing, closing the historical gap with desktop software. Okay, desktop production suite. Okay, so the rest not really important for me. So these are alternatives to StreamYard, and I like the fact that, for example, Restream Studio, you can actually go live on TikTok, because what I realized with StreamYard is that you can't go live on TikTok. The destination, the social media destinations, I can't find TikTok as one of them. I might be wrong. Maybe I can go live on TikTok, but as far as I know, for now, I can't go live on TikTok on StreamYard. If I can go live on TikTok on StreamYard, maybe you can put in the chat and show me how to do it. But as it stands now, it doesn't show that that can be done. But if you look at StreamYard, for instance, it says that we can actually go live on TikTok, which is one of the things I was looking at. So this is StreamYard Studio. Sorry, Restream Studio. And it's got all of these. So very simple way of streaming, live streaming. So check out. So you can do it on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and you can try for free. Let's look at the pricing. Okay, so you get started for free. Multi-stream on 2 channels, local recordings. Then we have standard is 16. Multi-stream on 3 channels. And professional multi-stream on 5 channels. Okay. It is a bit expensive compared to StreamYard because with StreamYard, I don't know. Okay, I think for StreamYard, for example, right now I'm starting with a free tier, and I'm able to stream on like all platforms. But with Restream, is like if you start for free, it's only 2 channels that you can use. Okay, let's look at the others. Riverside Live Studio. Okay, bring your content to life. Okay. Yeah, I really like the fact that you can do it on TikTok because it's one of the things I was looking for. All right. So that is Riverside. Let's look at the pricing. Okay, so if you want it for free, try 2 hours of multi-track recording, separate audio and video. Okay, then we have standard 15 per month, pro 24, and all of that. Okay, great. Now let's look at Streamlabs Talk Studio, formerly Melon. All right, so we have Melon is now Streamlabs Talk Studio. Okay, so what does it do? Platforms: Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, other platforms, X, YouTube, Trovo. Does it take TikTok? It seems not to mention TikTok. I think, let me go back to the Riverside Live Studio. It doesn't mention, it talks about recording, editing, live streaming, webinars, solution, podcasters, producers. Okay, resources. It doesn't mention the platform. Go back to Restream, Studio, multi-streaming. Let me click on the multi-streaming and see. So we have Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok. Yes. Yes, I think for me, it's one of the things I was looking at, being able to go live on TikTok. Okay, brilliant. So, Wave.video live studio. Let's look at that one also. Live streaming. So it does multi-streaming, video recorder, webcam test, blah, blah, blah. Then we have templates, YouTube video, Facebook, Instagram. Okay, social media templates. All right. You can see that everybody trying to outdo their competitor, do something higher and better. And we have free stock video, royalty, video filters, and all of that. Okay. And resources. Okay, let's look at the pricing. Basic video editor, thumbnail maker for the free one, 15 minutes with watermark out. I wouldn't even bother because, all right, so might not want to go through all of that, but you know, these are browser-based live studios. You don't need software, and it's very close to what StreamYard offers. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is that I want to say compare the strength, or let me make it the pros and cons of each just put all of that there. So we have StreamYard, then we have this. Let me see. I guess I need to copy it to one to the other, I think. So we want to compare all of these. Live streams video. I have no idea why everything light stream studio. There we have one stream live studio. Then we have b dot live. Okay, let's see what it gives us. So I want to compare all of these streaming services and see what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses. Because if I want to create something similar using, Replit, I want to do some bit of research and find out, okay, how do I borrow the strength of all of these? Okay, and how do I create an app that caters for the weakness? Okay, so that my app will stand out. Okay, and one of the things we're also going to do is we are going to do some bit of research trying to see the pain points that people have with these streaming softwares. Okay, so I think it would be better if it's in a tabular form. That would be easy to compare. So I'm going to say, can you put it in a tabular form? So we want it to be put in a tabular form so that we'll be able to compare side by side, right? Okay, so whilst it's doing that, the next thing after getting all of that, like I said, we will ask the ChatGPT to help us research the pain points that customers that use maybe StreamYard and all of that, so that we will build our app to suit the pain points of these customers. Okay, so we've got Studio StreamYard. The key pros: extremely intuitive click and go UI and quick guest links up to 10. New plans add 4K local recording and reusable studios on paid tiers. The main cons capped at 8 simultaneous destinations, no vertical canvas. Okay, fast setup for interviews and webinars. Best fit scenario: fast setup for interviews and webinars when is based. Okay, so you could see we have pros and cons for each of them. Restream Studio, native multi-stream to 30 plus platforms plus cross-platform chat, built-in analytics, blah, blah, blah. And the cons: local recording, custom graphics locked behind pro plan, all of that. So we've got the strength and the weakness of each of these streaming services. Okay, brilliant. Now that we've got all of these, the next thing I want to do is what are the pain points of people who use these apps what are the pain points of people who use these apps that have not yet been addressed by any of these apps? Okay, so we want to find out what are the pain points of people. The whole idea of developing apps, whether B2C, business to customer, or business to business, B2B, is to configure the app, the solution, to help people to overcome their pain points. So if we're able to do that research and find out, okay, these are people's pain points, these are the things that people wish these apps address, but they are not addressing, then we are in a very good position to develop an app that will address these pain points. That is why it is important to do that research. And if you use ChatGPT o3 model and you put it on search, the web search, then what is going to happen is that it's going to start. So o3, this uses advanced reasoning. So the reasoning is going to be advanced. It's going to go deeper, and it also going to scour the web and look for data that can help you. Okay, so let's see what it will come out with. And people talk a lot on platforms like Reddit and all of that, so you can see that it's looking at places like that, Reddit, and some people who might have compared these platforms and have done a YouTube video on it. So it helps you to be able to get all of these together and be able to know what to do. Okay, so below is an evidence-backed look at persistent pain points that users still report across every major browser studio. Pain points none of the 9 platforms: StreamYard, Restream Studio, Riverside, Streamlabs, Stock Studio, Wave.video, Livestream, OneStream, Live Studio, B.live, Evermost have fully resolved yet. So 1, unreliable network resilience and AV sync. Even with cloud rendering or local ISO recording, creators still battle lag, freezing, or audio-video drift. StreamYard user side poor connectivity and random dropouts. Restream's chat and video can stall or arrive in blocks, especially on busy streams. Riverside recordings frequently go out of sync or fail to upload when it gets browser storage fills up. Wave.video, blah, 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 have recurring complaints about desynchronized audio and all of that. Okay, so unreliable network resilience and AV sync. 2 is limited deep production control and scene automation. Browser Studio still trail desktop switches. vMix OBS for granular control. Talk Studio uses must further customize the layout and advanced studio, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what is the gap? None of the tools provide broadcast style macros hotkeys, for example, automatic lower tier than camera card or node-based audio button inside the browser. 3, native monetization and live commerce tools are patchy. Okay, what is the gap? No browser studio yet bundles ticketing, pay-per-view gates, or in-stream ad insertion that works across all multi-stream destinations. 4, cross-platform analytics remain shallow or inaccurate. GAL, no studio provides trusted second-by-second viewer analytics aggregated across every endpoint with exportable raw data. Accessibility and multilingual captioning are both on, not built in. None of the 9 studios offer real-time on-stream captions in multiple languages with speaker identification and accessibility and global reach must have. Collaboration and role management are rudimentary. No platform offers Google Docs style real-time co-editing of scene layouts, granular role permissions, or version control for overlays. Okay, so you could see that there are a lot of them. About 8 pain points that ChatGPT has used its advanced reasoning model plus web search to be able to gather these pain points from articles people have written or people talking about it on uh, um, you know other platforms, okay, like Reddit, and people who have made videos about it. So all of these helps you to know, because what is the point of building a website if you're not building it, not a website, an app, okay, if you're not building it to suit or to solve people's pain point. The only reason why people are going to find your app, your software, whether web-based, mobile, or whatever, the only reason people are going to find it useful is when it addresses their pain point. So you don't just have to go and start building an application. You have to find or research the pain points of people. And as a solution analyst, it's one of the things that we do a lot. It's one of the things I do a lot. Trying to research the pain points of businesses that we serve or businesses that we want to serve, customers that we serve or customers that we want to serve. And in a work setting, what is going to happen is that if, let's say, a customer is considering using one of our softwares or coming onto the whole suite of the software, we have to engage the customer in a conversation. We do what we call the client discovery session and have a conversation with the customer to understand their pain points so that we will be able to tailor the software that we've got to the pain point of the customer. That is the only way that the customer will find our software useful. If the software that we've got cannot solve the pain points of the customer, then what is the point? If you are looking for a particular software and you realize that it won't be able to solve my problem, there's no way you're even going to pay for it. After using the free version, then you just unsubscribe because it doesn't solve your problem. So it's very, very important that you find out whether this actually is going to solve the problem of people. And the thing is that I don't think there is one software that solves the problem of every person. So always there's going to be a target audience. These are the people I want to serve, and that's my software solve their problem. And that is what we need to focus on. Okay, so now that we've got all of these, so I'm going to say the next thing I'm going to say is that, so based on the pros and cons of these 9 streaming apps and the pain points identified. Okay. Craft develop craft the same develop um, the I'm just thinking of the best prompt to use. Develop the features or craft the features that my app should have that will incorporate all the strength of each of the 9 apps and also cater for the weaknesses of the 9 apps, and additionally cater for the pain points that these apps do not address. These apps do not address. Okay, so let's see what we get. I mean, if it doesn't give us what we want, what you do is that you just refine your prompt. Okay, so basically, I want ChatGPT to help me to get to develop something like a feature mapping, if you like. Okay, having been able to know the strength of all of the other streaming services and their weaknesses and the pain points that they are not addressing, I want, based on that, to develop an app that will be able to combine all the strengths of the 9 apps and also an app that will be able to solve their weaknesses and in addition solve the pain points that customers or people who use these apps the pain points that they are going through that these apps are not addressing. Okay, so what does it say? So your dream studio should feel as effortless as StreamYard, as far as Restream, as crystal clear as Riverside, and still remove the headaches users keep posting about. Below is a feature blueprint that stitches together the strengths of all 9 platforms while closing the gaps called out in reviews and support docs. Okay, so let's see what we get. So rock solid capture and delivery component, hybrid cloud plus local dual track engine. How it merges strengths, borrow Riverside's 4K per guest ISO recording, keep StreamYard style browser ease, how it fixes pain points, auto records a synced local track and a cloud fallback, a background sync rebuilder, realigns any drift before download, solving the AV sync runs on Riverside and others. Then we have adaptive bit rate plus packet repair. Live streams cloud rendering informs the low spec path, how it manages the strength, how it fixes the pain points, dynamic bitrate throttles on bad Wi-Fi, and ingests FEC packets, prevents the freezes users see across StreamYard and Restream. Okay, then the next is Elastic Stream Fabric Apache Flink backend, how it merges strengths, scales like Restream during spikes, how it fixes pain points, guarantees sub 2 latency even while scaling, tackling live stream latencies complaints. Okay, so the next broadcast grade production tools, scene graph and macro automations, node-based audio buzzing, dual green room workflow, blah blah blah. Then monetization and interactivity layer, universal tip and commerce widgets, integrated teleprompter and script AI. Okay, so you can see that it has actually been able to give me a lot of features that I could build into mine that is going to make it powerful. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to say is that I'm going to say brilliant. Now, show me step by step how I can use Replit to build this streaming audio having all these features. So very simple prompt. If it doesn't give you what you want, then you make it better. See, but you can see that it is a step-by-step thing that we are doing here. Okay, people just will jump into Replit and want to start building stuff and burning through credit. No, I mean, before I do anything like that, I will take my time, step by step, and use ChatGPT to do some bit of research and know what to do step by step, because before the coming of these AI agents, it took companies months and sometimes even years to build these things. And they didn't just start building stuff. Okay, every developer, every SaaS CEO, software as a service CEO, I identified a problem, a pain point that people had, and based on that, built something. Okay, it's only just few people who, yeah, I mean, even I was going to say that even for those who build it, not for profit, but for the progress of society, it was still a pain point for the people who needed that software. So it is really, really important that we are able to do this kind of research before we even start building anything. Okay, so building a browser-based live audio studio inside Replit is absolutely doable if you combine the right open source SDKs with Replit's instant cloud runtime. Below is a full roadmap from spinning up your first REPL through web RTC routing, multi-stream relays, live captions, Stripe tips, all the way to deployment and compliance. Follow each number step in order. Every section tells you what to code, what packages to install, and why it plugs one of the pain points we identify. Big picture, create a Node.js plus blah, blah, blah. Okay. So create and wire up your REPL, set up web RTC audio rooms, add local. Okay, all right. So I think what I need to tell ChatGPT is that Replit AI. So this is Replit, by the way. Now, for those of you who have never used Replit, I believe that you are going to find in the description. I have put in the description this referral code. If you use this referral code, what is going to happen is that I'm just going to earn £10 in credit. It's not money to me. It's just going to give me more credit to be able to create these apps and do it live for people who want to learn with me. Note, I am not an expert in any of these things. I am learning, and I feel like I want to share my learning journey with you guys. Okay, so if you want to start using Replit, honestly, you can do most of these things in ChatGPT, but Replit is great because originally it was a platform for coding and all of that, and what they've done is that they've sort of done in such a way that you can actually connect it to a database, and you can deploy it to live and all of that. But for you to be able to do those advanced things, of course, you need to sign up to Replit Core. So I've got this referral code. If you use it, it will help me to get more credit so that I'll be able to do a lot of these builds with you guys. That is all. It's not going to earn me any money or whatever. Replit has not called me and said that, hey, promote our product and we are going to give you some money. No, it's just a simple referral code that will give me more credit, as you can see on the screen. So please, if you want to sign up to Replit and so that you can be doing these things alongside me, use my referral code. I'm going to put it in. It's in the description, but I'm going to put it in the chat again. In my studio here, and I'm using StreamYard, so I'm not sure whether if I put it here, all of you who are watching will be able to see, or those who watch later will be able to see. But yeah, I've put a referral code there. So yeah, so that is the Replit referral code. Yeah, so if you use it, you can start with a free tier. I am actually using the paid one because I realized it was good. So as you can see, I paid 240, and my next payment is gonna be July 10th, 2026. So I paid 240 USD for the whole year. But even though I've paid and I'm using the Replit Core, if you do a lot of stuff, you can run out of credit for the month, and the credit will be renewable the following month. That is why if you use my referral, I'll be able to get more credit earned, and I'll be able to do more of these videos or these lives for you guys. So yeah, we will come to Replit very soon, but Replit helps you to build apps by just giving it a lot of context. Describe an app or site you want to create, and it just voila gives you. So I'm going to tell ChatGPT that I'm using Replit AI agents to do a build. I just need to describe what I want to build, and it will go to work. So can you write a detailed prompt that I can use at Replit? I can use in Replit. provide the contest. The contest for this app. And provide all the features that you mentioned. In order not to overwhelm Replit, so it misses some of the requirements. In the prompt. Can you break the prompt down in steps? So I provide them to Replit step by step. Yeah, it's important that you break them into step instead of putting everything there. Please note that some of the advanced features can be put as please note. Okay, so let me change it. So for the features of the that will come later. I was going to say for the features, we need to price tier them. So we have, if you want the advanced features, then you need to pay this and pay that. But for now, let's see what it's going to come out with. So let's see. Okay, so it's gathering sources and creating prompts. Yeah, for this, I could probably put off the search because the search was just for me to do my research, but now that I've got everything, maybe. Yeah, but that's okay. So step 1, project context and high-level architecture. Paste the entire blog below to Replit AI agent as step 1. So you are to scaffold a browser-based live audio, voice first, streaming audio that merges the core context, target users, podcasters, churches, indie creators, social commerce sellers, tech stack, monorepo, Node.js, okay, real-time transport, multi-stream fan out. You see, Node.js plus Expert backend, React front end, whatever. I don't know any of these guys. Okay, so you don't even need to know how to write or how to code in any of these languages. Okay, what you need is the ability to develop prompts based on proper context. And I've shown you step by step how I build the context. Okay, so that I prefer building the context in ChatGPT. Then after that, I ask it to build me prompts based on the context that it built. Then from there, I copy the prompt and put it in Replit, and Replit goes to work. You see, so it's brilliant. So this is the first step: project context and high-level architecture. So it says I could just copy all of this. and put it here. So I come to Replit. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, if you want to start using Replit, I have put a referral code in the chat in the description where you are watching from. You can use that, and yeah, it will already. I'm paying for it anyway. So as I showed to you guys, I have bought the core. I paid 240 USD. But if you use my referral code, it gives me more credit. So even if I run out of credit in a particular month, then I will be able to still get more credit so that I can create more of these videos for you guys. Okay. So I really appreciate it if you use my credit, I mean, my referral code so that I can get, for each of you who uses it and sign to the Replit call, I get 10 USD worth of credit so that I can create more of these videos for you guys. So yeah, let's put everything in there. So, all right, let's start the chat. So I've just put everything that ChatGPT wrote, and it is now going to what it says. I understand you want to build a comprehensive browser-based live audio streaming studio that combines the best features of multiple platforms while addressing their pain points. This is an ambitious project targeting podcasters, churches, indie creators, and social commerce sellers. Let me create a plan for the streaming studio MVP that focuses on the core functionality while keeping the implementation manageable for the initial version. Right. So it's going to work designing. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see that it's giving me, so it's called a Streamcast Studio. Yeah, I can change the name. I can say that I don't want Streamcast, and it will give me something else. But you can see that it's going to work. It's building something. So it's still talking to the various agents, and you could see that this is like a preview of how it's going to be. So you have a live studio, the scenes, audio sources, green room, live metrics, recording, streaming, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's just wonderful how now building an app can be so easy if you know how to prompt these AI agents. Yeah, it's just amazing. So this is even just the first step, because my prompts in ChatGPT, they are broken down. So the next will be step 2, be real-time engine and local recording. I will give that. Then it will move. The next will be step 3, multi-stream and cloud broadcast. Then step 4, production UI, accessibility and monetization. Step 5, analytics, deployment and compliance. Okay. Yeah. So how to use it? You copy step 1. When you finish, you paste step 2. Continue through steps 3 to 5. You know that verifying each layer before moving on. See, so it is just brilliant. So it's still creating. So yeah, I think it's all done now. This says creating client SLC client /src /index CSS. I don't even know what all of that is, but as you can see, it has created something wonderful here. Okay, so those of you on Instagram, the I can see that the live has ended, but hey, I've got other platforms that you can jump on. Okay, so it's still working. This is a visual. This is the visual preview of the app. Like I said, when you finish building the app, you can deploy the app. You know, and it's great. So here is showing you if people are putting chats, this is how it's gonna be. It shows you the audio levels, host, guest speaker, and this is going to be the main interview setup. It tells you whether you've got excellent, um, streaming. It tells you whether the byte rate is good. So this is 3.2 megabytes per second. The latency is 1.2 seconds. So it's not too much when it comes to the latency. So it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. It's uh, yeah, it can take some bit of time to create everything. As you can see, it's still creating. Yeah. So at a point, I might um, stop this live, and when I have created everything, I would do another live and show you guys the outcome of what I've created and whether I think it's good enough for me to commercialize it or it's just going to be me using it. I think uh, once I'm able to build it, one of the things I would do is to um, let people use it for free. Those of you who are following me building it, I'm going to give it to you guys so that you use it for free. And yeah, you guys tell me, we use it and this is what we saw. And based on everything that you saw, whether the good or the bad, especially the bad, I will come back and talk to my AI agents and we will incorporate all of that in and even make it better. So yeah, now it has finished. It says I have built a browser-based live streaming studio with WebRTC, scene management, and multi-platform broadcasting. The application includes complete streaming studio, interface with depth theme, WebSocket real-time communication for chat, WebRTC video, audio streaming capabilities, scene management system with video preview, live chat functionality with real-time messaging, audio level monitoring and stream controls, recording capabilities and stream analytics, multi-tab sidebar chat analytics guest. So it says, how does the streaming studio interface look and feel to you? Are all the main components, video preview, scene manager, chat controls working properly? And is the overall layout intuitive for a live streaming application? So this is good, you know. If you click on preview, um, this is the dev URL. We are still in dev. So if I click here and I want to look at it properly, and I put. So this is my the temporary development preview, and it's got all of these. So if you click on scenes, of course, page not found because we don't have anything in there. Yeah, but this is how it's gonna be like. Yeah, this is how it's gonna be like. We will make it better. So let's. The next thing is for me to put in step 2, real-time engine and local recording. So I'm just gonna copy all of this, come here, and put it in the chat here again. So I say implement the real-time layer. So it's gonna implement LiveKit server, dual track recorder, resilience, all of that. Most of these things I don't even know what they are. Okay, I don't know. I don't have the domain expertise, but using AI vibe coding, we'll be able to still do what we need to do. So I'll provide it with that, and it start working. Okay, it will start working. So it says I'll implement the real-time layer with LiveKit server, dual track recorder, and resilience features. Let me start by adding the necessary dependencies and implementing the core functionality. Let me first fix the LSP errors and then implement the real-time layer with LiveKit and dual track recording. Now let me fix the TypeScript errors and implement the real-time layers. First, I will update the story to handle the type mismatches, blah, blah, blah. So it's just going to work, and it will just wait for it to do the work. Yeah. So this is how people are actually building apps. Honestly, if you do some bit of research, we can do some bit of research and see if I personally have not built any app from Replit and made it live. Okay, I've been just contemplating and playing with it, but if you do some bit of research, if you Google, there are a lot of cases of people who or companies that actually have got products, software as a service, product and services that they are running commercially, and they build everything using AI agents like Replit, ChatGPT. And of course, it needs proper testing and all of that. But believe me, sometimes you hear people saying that, oh, you need a tester, people who have the knowledge of testing this to test for you. You can help, you can get all the help that you need by just asking chat. For example, if I finish building this whole thing and I want to see how to test it properly to make sure that it is ready to go live, I can still go back and ask ChatGPT how I can do that. Okay, so you don't really need to worry yourself so much about getting somebody or employing people to do all of that for you. If you have the time and the energy and the enthusiasm, you can really do all of these things yourself. You don't really need anyone to do that for you. So we are moving. We are actually there. We are not even moving. We are actually there. People building, one-man team, one person building a whole software as a service business and running everything using AI agents. And my challenge to all of us is that we should use some of our spare time to try and learn some of these things. Okay, anything you want to learn, you just have to ask, an LLM. My favorite is ChatGPT. I've been told that Cloud.ai is also very good. I've got Cloud, but I don't use it a lot. Yeah, people talk about Cloud a lot. It's also a chatbot app. Yeah, it's also very good. I don't use it a lot though, but it's good. Of course, all of them you need if you want to unlock the best of the best. Then you need to sign up to the pro. Then yesterday I was attending an AI conference, and I heard about Manus AI, which is a Chinese version of ChatGPT. Okay, the Chinese also are doing very well building these AI apps. They don't want the Americans to take over and lead the world when it comes to AI. They also believe that they are world leaders, so you can see that they are really also working hard. And Manus, I've not used it that much, but yesterday I was experimenting with it, and I said I just I put in as how to build a robot. I asked if it can help me build a robot so that it can do my house chores. Can you help me build a robot? That was just a simple thing. And he says, understood, I'll help you build a robot, but we need to go through these steps. And finally, I told it, okay, I want a robot that can help me do my house chores. I want it indoors. I want a humanoid, and I want it to have that object recognition, navigation, manipulation, communication, data collection. And it asks for question 5. It asks, budget. Do you have any budget in mind? I said no. Do you have any experience? No experience. I've never built one before. And what is the timeline as soon as possible? And it also started giving me some very good information. Okay, but this is not just software. This is going to be, you need to have a hardware knowledge. But is this also like ChatGPT? I don't think it has all the features that ChatGPT has, but I'm just sharing this for you to know that there are so many of these that are coming up, and they will keep coming and coming and coming. So you need to sit up and start learning how to use these AI agents. Okay, let's go back to Replit and see if it's done the work. Oh, brilliant. Okay. So it's done the work. It says I've successfully implemented a real-time layer for Streamcast Studio with the following features: live kit server, dual track recording, adaptive streaming, packet loss monitoring, audio only voice, local file download. The demo page is now available and showcases live audio streaming, blah blah blah. Okay. So we have this. Let me see. Just gonna. Okay, it's okay, but I still feel like the interface is not really one that I like, but I am going to let ChatGPT give me, something to put in Replit to be able to get the interface, because I don't like the fact that once you log in, this is what you see. Okay, if you look at the other streaming audio studios, they've got proper interface. So we will keep on with the other prompts, but we will let ChatGPT help us. So step 3, multi-stream and cloud broadcast. So that would be step 3. I'm going to copy all of that and put it in here. Okay, so it's asking me to add a database to store user data. I'm going to say maybe later. So the database actually burns a lot of credit when you add database. So we will do that, but we want to finish building everything, then we can consider adding a database. So the next is adding multi-stream broadcast. So that is the prompt. So let's to start working. Okay, so says I'll implement multi-stream broadcast capabilities with live peer integration, portrait landscape canvases, and failover support. Let me start by installing the live peer SDK and implementing the core functionality. Yeah. So it is working. We'll leave it a bit to work. So it has installed the live peer SDK, edited, shared. Honestly, like I said, most of these stuff you don't even need to understand them, but you still see that it's gonna do the job for you. Yeah. So it's now adding. It has created an API routes for stream management and multicast control. It's now adding a multi-stream API endpoints to the routes file. And it's now creating a UI component of multi-stream destination management and the layout toggle. Okay, so just leave it and it does the work. So that was step 3 of our, this is step 3 of the prompting that was given to us by ChatGPT. And after that, we'll go to step 4, the production UI accessibility and monetization. Okay, so it says here for the monetization, I want to use, let me see, scene graph, JSON, micro engine, dual panels, web speech APIs, drop checkout. Okay, yeah, so Stripe is good because It's probably the best when it comes to monetizing a SaaS platform. Yeah. So, but later we want it to include other things like PayPal and all of that, and you just have to tell the AI agent that is what you want and it's going to go to work for you. So it's still working. Then after that, the step 5 will be analytics, deployment, and compliance. Um, yeah. Okay, it's still working. It says your app crashed. Okay. Yeah. It's going to fix it because I think there is something, it's getting some errors. I need to fix the LSP errors in the destination manager. I need to fix the live peer SDK import issue. So you see, it's loading again. Great, the server is not running. Let me fix the remaining LSP diagnosis, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so it is just, it's self corrects, when there are errors and it crashes, it self corrects, it comes back and it starts working again. Yeah, so still working. Yeah, so if you want to start using Replit, like I said, you can start using it by um, using my referral code. The referral code will give me credit if you use it and you sign up to Replit Core. They will give me £10 in credit. That is all, and that will help me to be able to do more of these videos. You know, build life, uh, build with you life. Um, some of these apps can show you step by step how I do it. So if you just joined or if you're watching the recording, you can see that I did it like step by step, how I came, developed the concept and everything. Okay, so I have successfully implemented a comprehensive multi-stream broadcast, live peer integration, portrait and landscape, automatic followers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's good. That is okay. That is perfect. So I'm just going to copy the dev URL. Let's see how things work here. Okay, so we are going to do something about this because obviously you don't want these things. It needs to be nicer. It needs to be beautiful. So yeah, we will do something about it. But for now, let's keep building. Okay, so the next is production UI, accessibility and monetization. That is step 4, production UI, accessibility and monetization. We'll copy this and put it there. Just want to add multi-stream broadcast. I just want to make sure that it was step 3 that we are moving from. Okay, so now step 4. Step 4. Okay, so we will tell it to go to work. Yeah. So um, I've just put the next prompt, and it says I will enhance the React Studio with advanced features you requested. So it's going to work on that also. There's something I can preview here. Let me see. With the previous prompt, it says I can preview something. I'm not sure what that is, but I think yeah, it's already something I've previewed. That's fine. Yeah, we're going to change the interface because as it stands now, it's not really nice. But we'll do it one after the other. So now we are enhancing the React Studio. So it's going to work. So we just leave it to AI agent to do its job. Yeah, somebody's asking whether it's fun to wait. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing it for the fun of it. Okay, I could have done it in a short video and do editing and stuff. Yeah, if you are here for fun, I'm sorry, this is not a place for you. I wanted to do it live so that you see the waiting and the errors and the struggle and everything. Okay, so yeah, um, 8FC 8FCE57. It says leave it and it does the work. Will it be good though? Sometimes better to be in the loop. Uh, is this fun to wait? Yeah, I mean, why not? I think we live in a culture where people don't have the patience to wait. If you were building, if somebody was building it for you, you are going to wait for probably years or months. And if this can be done for you in just a day, why can't you wait? Okay. And if you are practicing alongside with me, then you can see that it's worth the waiting. So, yeah, you have to wait and make sure that everything is done. Okay. Yeah. But of course, we will not do everything today. I will, once it gets to a point, I'm going to end the live stream and we'll do a part two of it and, continue. But I just want us to feed Replit with all the steps that ChatGPT developed for us, all the prompt that ChatGPT developed for us. Then we know that we've got to a particular point. Then next time we will continue from there. Okay. So thank you for those of you who are watching and those of you who watch the replay. I don't really care whether people watch this or not. I'm just, it's something I'm doing. I'm like, okay, let me just stream and see if people would want to join me, or let me do this as a way of documenting this so that one day, if I get this to life and it's commercialized, I can look back and say, this was the time I was doing this, So That is the whole idea. That is why I am streaming this. I could have done it, recorded it and send it to somebody to do editing and fast pace it and all of that. And it will appear to people that, hey, this can be done in just a few seconds. There are a lot of videos on YouTube about people using ChatGPT and Replit to build stuff, and they do it so quickly, and people are excited. And those who watch it, and they do nothing. But this one, I'm doing it live so that you people know that even though you are using AI agents to do this, it's still not easy. It takes time. You have to be patient. You have to wait. It is not fun. Okay, so this is the real deal. I'm not going to edit the video. It's just live. So it is as you see it. And I think that is what people need, because sometimes these over edited videos, it feels, it doesn't paint the reality. It makes it feel like it's easy to do it. But when you start doing it, you realize, it actually time consuming. It's not really fun. It can be a bit boring. But if you want to build something and hopefully even commercialize it, then this is how it's done. Okay, it takes time. Okay, it can even burn through your credit, especially if you're using the free tier. It can burn through your credit. But all the apps that we use, whether web apps or mobile apps, okay, before AI, people were sitting down and writing codes and um, testing and do all of that. It was a lot of hard work. But we are lucky we can use AI agents to build apps now. So if that is also hard work for us, if that is too much for us, if we think it's too much work, then it means that we can't ever do this. Then it means that probably it's not for you. Yeah. So yeah. Um, so the app has crashed, and it's going to self correct. That's the one thing about Replit. It self correct anytime it crashes. Yeah. So you can see that it's loading. Okay, optimizing agent memory. So Streamcast Studio is restarting the application now. The app crashed, but once it starts, it restarts. It's gonna be fine. So it's gonna restart. Once the app restarts, then it will come back again, and it's going to be okay. It's it self corrects actually. That's what it does. One of the things I've realized in um, with these streaming services that it doesn't allow you to pause the streaming. So, for example, in StreamYard, you just have to end the stream. So, for example, as Replit is going to work, or if I realize that I've sat down for a long time and I want to stretch, go for some 10 minutes break, and I don't want to end the stream, but just pause it. It doesn't allow uh, that. And it's one of the probably the pain points of people who use these platforms. Okay, I think that probably other streaming platforms allows you to pause the live, but StreamYard, as I see it now, is either you end the stream or you have to stay on, even if you don't want to. So I think it's one of the things that if we are able to add to our streaming app, it's going to solve a pain point for clients or for people who potentially use this. Okay, so whilst we are waiting for Replit to do its job, oh, it's almost done actually. It's testing the enhanced studio features by viewing the running application. Yeah, so um, whilst we are waiting, just give a brief recap of what we're trying to do. So StreamYard is a cloud-based browser-powered live streaming and recording studio, and that's what I use for my streaming. And I thought to myself, what if I build my own StreamYard? If I build a replica of StreamYard, but I didn't just want it to be just StreamYard. I wanted it to have all the strength of the other streaming platforms. So I did some, prompting, and ChatGPT told me that all of these are in that family of cloud-based, no software installation kind of streaming studios. So we have Restream, Riverside, and all of that. So um, I went on and asked ChatGPT to give me the strength, the pros and the cons of each of these um, streaming apps. It did that, and I also did some bit of research about the pain points of people who use the streaming um, platforms, all using ChatGPT. ChatGPT not 3 plus this the web search functionality. So it scoured the web, Reddit platforms, people who have done videos, who have written articles about these various apps, and it came out with all of the pain points that people are kind of currently facing with these apps but are not being addressed properly. And finally, I did say that, okay, so develop something like an MVP for me, features for an MVP, features considering all of these strength, combine all the strength of the various streaming apps, and also consider their weaknesses and the pain points that people are having that are not being addressed, and based on that, develop a feature, develop for me an app that will have all of these strengths and be able to address all of these weaknesses and the pain points that people have. And based on that, I was able to let ChatGPT write prompts for me based on these contests. So it was logical step by step. And after getting the prompt, I fed it into Replit, and Replit went to work, and it has been building stuff for me. Okay, so you can see that Replit has completed. He says, I've successfully completed a comprehensive enhanced studio integration with professional grade production capabilities. It took 15 minutes to do that. And yeah, these are the stuff that it did. It says the studio now provides voice for streaming tools comparable to professional platforms like StreamYard and Restream, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I want to see the preview because what I'm seeing now is it looks like a blank white page. So I want to see how it's going to be like. Okay. So, yeah. All right. Interesting. Okay. So this is what we have for now. So that was prompt. Which prompt was that? Enhance the Real Studio. That is the step 4. And step 5, okay, does it have this the Stripe checkout and all of that? I don't think. Um, Let me see. Just gonna look at it again. Okay, so what's this? Okay. What is that? Green room. Okay, so this is a place where people can send you tips. What about if people want to actually sign up, pricing and all of that? Okay, I think we need to work on, uh, you know, all of that, the front development. Okay, right. So I'll put in the last at the step 5, analytics, deployment, and compliance. This will be the last one, and we will end the live after this one, and we will put in another session where we'll do it. So until we get this to live, until we're able to build everything, and I give it out for people to test to see if it's good, and potentially even commercialize it, we will not stop. We'll keep doing lives until we get this to work. Okay. So finalize operational layer analytics. That's the next thing that we want to do. So it's going to work doing all of that. Now, while it's working, I've started thinking about the front end development. So I'll go back and we will start looking at some of the streaming platforms and see if we can let it mimic one of them. So let's look at Restream Studio. This is Restream Studio. So Restream Studio, I like the way it is. It's got products about, so it's got products, studio, multi-stream, uploading, then we have about, then we have customers, pricing, contact sales. Okay, and this is how the Restream is when if you Google restream.io, this is what you see. Okay, so that is Restream. If let's check the other one, Riverside Live Studio. Yeah, this is Riverside Live Studio. It's brilliant. You are greeted with, a very nice front end development. Yeah, so that is beautiful. Then we have let's look at the next one. Streamlabs Talk Studio. Yeah, I don't like this one, so I'm not even going to continue with that. Wave.video. Yeah, I'm looking at all of them and want an inspiration for okay, I'm not going to add this to, then we have one stream live, all in one live streaming studio. I don't really like the interface, to be honest. Let me look at b.live. Oh, okay, this is like a blog. fmax.com. The best way is to live stream and record standing podcast. Okay, interesting. Right. So I think that I really like Restream, the way they've done it. Products about customers, pricing, contact sales. So, okay, my Replit is still working. Riverside is also not bad at all. I also like Riverside. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take screenshots of both. I'm just going to close this because I don't really like this one. So I'm going to take screenshots of these two, Restream and Livestream. And I will tell ChatGPT based on these, I want Streamcast to have a nice, intuitive front end like these. Honestly, I don't even need to tell ChatGPT. I can take these screenshots and put it in Replit straight away. Yeah, it's one of the things that I can do. Just put it straight away. So we will let Replit finish its work, and that is what we are going to do next in our next live. Okay, because it's almost 2 hours, so I'm going to end the live after this, and Replit will. After that, the next live, we are going to design the front end, make it nicer. So we spent about 2 hours doing this, and ChatGPT gave us 5 steps to follow to be able to build an app that is like StreamYard, it's like Restream, it's like live stream. Okay, and we started the live immediately when we were building it, and if you look at the time, we've spent almost 2 hours. It's 1 hour 54 minutes, and yeah, we've been able to go through all the 5 steps. So we started from the beginning, doing some research, and based on the research, developing the context for this app, and asking ChatGPT to step by step write the prompts that we can use in Replit, and Replit doing the work, and we have been able to finish this in almost 2 hours. Okay, so it is just brilliant. It means that you can spend the whole day, one Saturday, from morning. You don't need to do everything at a go. Spend 2 hours, take a break, come back, do it again, take a break, come back, do it again. You do about 4 or 5 sessions in a day. It's a Saturday if you're not working. Like myself, I work on Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Use the rest of the time to do this. And every month, I can promise you, you will have a full 1 month software as a service product ready to go live. Okay, even if it's not ready to go live, you can pitch it to potential investors who will give you a team to work with if they think that, hey, it's good, but some things needs to be done or needs to be validated and all of that. Great. But you have all of these products that you have built by just spending, if it's Saturday, if the only Saturday that you can do it because you work 9 to 5 like myself, Monday to Friday, you spend that time doing it. And by so doing, you'll be learning about AI, prompt engineering, using AI agents to build stuff. So it has finished. It's been added to a database and all of that. And as you can see, this is currently what you can see. So this is not live. It's just my development URL. So currently, this is what you can see, which is not really nice. So I'm going to end the live here because we spent almost 2 hours and I need to take a break. It still needs some bit of work, not bit of work, probably a lot of work. But if I do it consistently today and tomorrow, maybe by Monday, I'm done. And I have a full streaming, web-based streaming app that I can let you guys test and tell me if it's good enough to be commercialized. And for those of you who are following me, I am going to let you use it for free, just in exchange for feedback, for data from you. And I'll make it better and better until it goes live. There are other apps that I started before deciding to make, share it with the world. And yeah, this is my second one. The other one, I'm almost done with it. It was a web-based service, something similar to platforms where people go and look for handymen and carpenters, plumbers, and and they're able to sign up to their services, and people, these kind of professionals, come to their homes and fix it for them without they worrying about where to get them. So there are a lot of app ideas, and now if you have an idea and you want to build a software as a service business, you just need that sweat equity. You just need to sit down and do this. And as you keep doing it, you get better and better at it. As I said, I'm no expert. I am sure that you watch videos of other people who do it better than I'm doing it. But as I keep doing it, you realize that I will get better and better. So we'll end it here for now. We are going to do a part 2 of this, I promise you guys, and we will see how it goes from there. Thank you all for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.